Oh, great. Another podcast. But don't worry, I'm not here pretending to teach you anything. I'm here to dismantle what you've been told is the absolute only way to do things and ask, who told you that? Why did they tell you that? Does it actually work? I'm Kelly. This is information for the jaded, the unconvinced, and the unconventional, where taking the time to finally ask these questions can be more satisfying than having all the answers. So, here we are. And I want to start by saying something that might sound a bit odd for a podcast intro. I nearly didn't do this. Not because I don't have things to say. If you know me, you know I always have things to say. But because I looked at the landscape of business podcasts and thought, do we really need another one? Every business owner and their dog has a podcast. Every guru, every coach, every person who once went viral on Instagram and decided that qualified them to teach other people how to go viral on Instagram has a podcast. And they all say roughly the same things, with absolute certainty, in very confident tones, about the one true way to do business. And I'm so tired of it. Not because I'm cynical, not because I think everyone out there is a fraud, but because I keep talking to genuinely brilliant people who are second-guessing themselves, who are not doing the thing because someone told them they had to do 17 other things first, who are sitting with a perfectly good idea, a perfectly workable plan, and instead of executing it, they're doing their content pillars, or finding their niche, or working on their mindset blocks, or buying into the next piece of software that's absolutely definitely going to change everything. And nothing is moving. Not because the content pillars are wrong, or the niche is wrong, or the software is wrong necessarily, but because someone put a hurdle in front of them before they even got started. And instead of asking who put that hurdle there and why, they assume the hurdle must be there for a reason and started trying to clear it. Who told you that? Who told you that you had to be ready before you could start? That's the question I keep coming back to. That's the question behind every single episode of this podcast. Okay, so a bit about me. I'm not a guru. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I built a 7-figure business and here's how you can do the same. What I am is an implementation and execution specialist with a background in in-house and online operations. And I've spent years working inside other people's businesses, behind the scenes, in the engine room, across different industries, different sizes, different stages of growth. I've been in the room when the strategy that was supposed to work didn't. I've seen the gap between what the guru said from the stage and what actually happened when everyone went home and tried to implement it. I've got a front row seat to the difference between the gospel and the reality. And I've been quietly taking notes. I've also built my own business without following most of the rules. Until this year, I didn't even have a website. No funnel, no lead magnet, no content pillars. I even niched down once because everyone said I had to, and it cost me money. So I stopped doing that, and the world didn't end. So when someone tells me there is only one way to do things, I ask the same questions every time. Do you, though? Says who? Here's what this podcast is going to do. Every single week, I'm going to go digging so you don't have to. I'm going to take one of those things we've all been told is non-negotiable in business and find out where it actually came from, who invented it, what the evidence actually says, and who's been making money from you believing it. And then I'm going to bring it back here and we're going to look at it all together. No agenda, no course to sell you at the end, just the question, the research, and whatever we find when we actually look. Because a lot of what gets sold as universal business truth was invented by someone who needed to sell something. The framework exists because the framework is the product. The certainty is the marketing. And if you start asking too many questions, well, that's a mindset block. That's resistance. That's you not being in alignment. It's a very convenient way to shut down very reasonable questions. I'm not here to tell you none of it works. Some of it absolutely does. But what I'm suspicious of is the certainty. The one size fits all, the if it's not working for you, it's a you problem. Who told you that? Why did they tell you that? And does it actually work? So if you're tired of conflicting advice, if you've bought into something that didn't deliver and spent too long wondering if the problem was you, if you're brilliant at what you do, but somehow always feel behind because there's always another thing you should be doing, you're in exactly the right place. I've kept this one short because that's the whole point. I'm not here to waste your time. If I can't earn about 5 minutes of your Monday morning first, I've got no business asking for 15. If this isn't for you, don't come back next week. But if hearing this makes you want more, and there's something you've been told you absolutely have to do and you're not sure whether to believe it, send it in. Let's have a look at it. I'm Kelly. This is Information. Thanks for your time. I promise I won't waste it.